American Dream Immigration. The true meaning of belonging to We the People, United States.
Welcome to Pathway to Citizenship, where we talk about the journey, the heart, and the hidden meanings behind the U.S. Citizenship Test. I'm Anne, your host and guide through this wonderful maze of history and hope. And today, we have my favorite guest, Mark, who's been studying like a champion.
Thanks, Anne. Though favorite makes me nervous, you only call me that when you have big questions ready.
Guilty. Because today's topic is one of my favorites, the meaning behind becoming a U.S. citizen. We all study the 100 civics questions, but behind each one is a story about what it means to belong.
I like that. Sometimes I feel like I'm memorizing facts, but not really connecting with the spirit of them.
Exactly. Take the very first question in the test. What is the supreme law of the land? The Constitution. Simple answer, right? But behind it lies a promise that no one, not even the president, is above the law. It's a declaration of fairness.
So when I say the Constitution, I'm not just naming a document. I'm saying that everyone's equal before the law.
Beautifully said. That's citizenship in one sentence. Becoming a U.S. citizen isn't just about living in America. It's about living by the idea that rules protect people, not control them.
That actually gives me chills. Where I grew up, the law sometimes felt like a weapon, not a shield.
And that's why so many people take this step. To live in a country where the law belongs to the people. Remember question number 19. The idea of self-government is in the first 3 words of the Constitution. What are these words?
We the people.
Exactly. Those 3 words are like a handshake between the government and its citizens. When you say the oath of allegiance, you're saying, I'm one of the people now. I share in this responsibility.
Responsibility. That's a word that hits hard. I used to think becoming a citizen was just about rights, voting, traveling, having a passport.
Those are part of it, but the deeper meaning is about commitment. Think of it like joining a team. You get the uniform, yes, but you also play by the rules, cheer for everyone, and help the team win.
So when I answer civics questions, I'm not just passing a test. I'm saying, I want to play for this team.
Exactly, Mark. The U.S. Citizenship Test is like a conversation between you and history. Every answer says something about who you want to be as part of this country.
That's actually inspiring. I always thought it was just a formality, but now it feels sacred, almost.
It is. The questions about freedom, government, justice aren't random trivia. They're the foundation of identity. Think about question 76. What is one promise you make when you become a U.S. citizen?
To be loyal to the United States.
Right. And loyalty doesn't mean blind obedience. It means believing in the ideals that built this nation, freedom, equality, and democracy, and protecting them, even when it's hard.
So when I say the oath, I'm not just saying words. I'm stepping into a shared dream.
Perfectly said. Citizenship isn't a finish line, it's a beginning.
You make it sound like becoming American is more about joining a story than just changing a passport.
That's exactly what it is, Mark. It's joining a 250-year-old story that keeps being written by people like you.
You know, Anne, I've been thinking about the oath of allegiance you mentioned. It says things like, I will support and defend the Constitution. That sounds so serious. Do people really think about what those words mean?
Great question. Some people see it as ceremony, but for many, it's deeply emotional. It's like a wedding vow. You're promising faithfulness, not to a person, but to an ideal.
That's heavy and kind of beautiful. I remember reading question 97. What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens? The answer is to vote in a federal election. That feels powerful now that I think about it. Like your voice becomes part of that we the people.
Exactly. Voting isn't just a right. It's how you talk back to history. Every time you vote, you're shaping the story of the country. That's why question 61 says, one way Americans can participate in democracy is to vote or run for office. Citizenship is about participation.
You know, when I was a kid, I saw my parents watch the news and complain about politicians, but they couldn't vote. They used to say, someday you'll have that power. I didn't understand it then.
And now you're about to earn it. That's the transformation, going from being a resident to being a voice. You become part of the national conversation.
That's actually what I want most, the right to belong, to say, I'm part of this.
And belonging is the soul of citizenship. Let's connect it to another civics question, number 69. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance?
The United States.
Right. But think about what that means. It's not loyalty to one leader or one party. It's loyalty to a shared idea that everyone deserves liberty and justice.
I used to think liberty and justice for all was just a line kids said in school. But now I see it's a promise that every generation has to keep.
Exactly. And as a new citizen, you'll help keep that promise. Citizenship isn't just about being accepted, it's about contributing. You're not a guest, you're a builder.
That reminds me of the question about Susan B. Anthony. She fought for women's rights, right?
Yes. That's question 35, and it's a perfect example. She wasn't born with the right to vote, but she fought for it anyway. That's what citizenship looks like in action, standing up for fairness.
I love that. It means citizenship isn't something you hold, it's something you do.
Exactly. Think about Martin Luther King Jr., question 64. What did he do?
He fought for civil rights.
Yes, and he used his voice to expand the meaning of citizenship, to make sure America lived up to its own promises. Every citizen, old or new, continues that work.
Wow. It's like every question on the test is really asking, what will you do with this citizenship?
That's the real test, Mark. The 100 questions just open the door, but the rest of your life is the essay.
That's powerful. I think I'll remember that on interview day.
You should. And when they ask, why do you want to become a U.S. citizen? Don't give them a rehearsed answer. Speak from that place of belonging.
I'd say, because I want to be part of the country that believes in liberty and justice for all, and I want to help keep that promise alive.
Perfect answer. Honest, thoughtful, and straight from the heart.
Thanks, Anne. You know, before today I was just studying to pass, but now I'm studying to understand.
And that's what makes you ready, Mark. Because becoming a U.S. citizen isn't just about knowing the answers, it's about living them.